everybody. Welcome to back to the Cafe Disco Report. I'm your host this week, Mike. My co-host, Chad Nozama.
Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. I got it that time.
Yeah,
My God, yo, every day
wasn't as good. Wasn't as good as mine though. But I'm flattered. Imitation is the finest form of flattery. You heard that?
I'm pulling up my notes. Go ahead, do your intro.
I just did.
Did you tell people where they can find us and what to do?
Hey, you can find us on all the podcasts.
And you said Cafe Disco Report, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Sorry. Go ahead.
God, pay attention.
Get the bird on the show.
Jeez. You can find us on all podcast
Services.
streaming services. You know, all that good stuff. Spotify. The other ones. And YouTube, the main one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you want us to talk about, discuss anything, leave a comment or send us an email at cafediscopodcast@gmail.com. All right. So, I just got a couple of things. The U.S. recently has pulled troops out of Syria. And Russia has swooped in and kind of tried to fill the void, which could be dangerous. Did you hear that?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
I heard about Turkey.
Turkey. What about it? I like ham better.
Well, I saw this meme. I saw this meme where it was like AOC was upset about Turkey and that she was going to boycott Thanksgiving or something.
It's funny.
I think it was fake. I mean, it was obviously fake. But
Oh, obviously. She's dumb, but she's not that dumb.
I don't know.
Well, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, yeah, you're right. Probably. She's an actress, right?
Not a good one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, well, she broke down and cried
Yeah,
about
I
the
saw
climate,
that.
so
Yeah.
that was pretty good. That was a pretty good performance.
No, maybe she's just delusional enough to believe it.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, she had that music video.
That's true. That was a good music video, though.
That's the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah, but it was... It was all right.
You are such a...
Jeez.
What are
you insinuating, Chad?
She's got good dance moves. She's a good
Yeah.
dancer because she's Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
She's from Mexico.
She looks completely different in that than she does now.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like a horse now.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, that's
my
because she
God.
didn't smile a lot back then.
Yeah.
She has a horse face. Like her teeth when she smiles, they like stick out like.
That and her face is like long. Like,
Well, I don't think it got
weird.
longer over time. I think
no,
she
no,
just
I mean,
didn't smile.
it's
as much.
weird. Like in that video, the music video, if you want to call it that. She didn't, like, her face didn't look as long. I don't know. Maybe it's because in that video her hair was down or something, and she like wears it up. Maybe it makes her face look longer. I don't know.
I think it's
She looks
the
like a horse.
I think it's
now,
the
but
pantsuits. I think they're doing it.
Yeah.
You just can't tell, but they're really doing
Yeah. It did. Must have did the same thing to Clinton.
it. I think she's always. Well, you know, back in the day,
What?
Clinton actually was a fairly attractive woman when she was like in her 20s. If you look at it.
She was just the devil.
Yeah, she's an awful person, but she was fairly attractive. I mean, look at Bill. Bill's not going to get with like an ugly girl.
I thought you were gonna say, "Look at Bill, he's cute."
No. Although Monica, not his best.
Yeah.
All right.
I can see
Anyway,
it. I can see that.
this is going off a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if I completely 100% agree with the, pulling troops out of all these places.
Mm.
In a way, I do, because I don't think that we should be everywhere in the freaking world. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, I don't like the opportunity for other countries like Russia to be able to go in and now have a presence in those areas. That can be dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
but we shouldn't be policing the world either.
No, we shouldn't. But see, it's like a fine line.
Yeah.
How do you not police the world and still police the world so that you don't have like another Germany,
Yeah.
like World War II situation? It's tough.
Well, we've got the Hitler apparently.
Right.
So,
It's just it's tough because you don't know if you
See,
pull
but
if you
what
pull
are
out
we
from all
there
these
for?
places.
What are we there for? Like, why are we
in
there?
Turkey? We were there for back in the Kurds, right? With their fight against Erdogan, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he the Turkey guy?
I don't know.
The president of.
We sound really
Yeah.
uneducated right now.
Yeah, the turkey guy. Come
My,
on.
but my mindset has always been, though, you shouldn't stay and just babysit. We go in, we get our work done, we leave. Like this
Yeah.
whole where we sit around and we don't do anything, and then we take out one or two guys at a time. I mean, I'm not part of that system, so I don't know how it works. I'm sure you have to be kind of choosy with what you do, but
Yeah.
I've always been of the mindset just go in and wipe them out and then leave. And if some innocents end up getting killed, it sucks. But it's not as bad as leaving our guys over there and letting our guys get innocently killed one after another. Like,
Yeah, but
just
how do you-
kind of pull the Band-Aid off and leave.
If you don't have that presence there, how do you guarantee that when you go in and you wipe out everybody, and then you leave, that you going in and wiping out everybody doesn't give birth to something else that hates you so much because
Yeah.
you came in there and did that and
It
then
could.
left, and now you got that to worry about.
Well, I didn't say wipe
And
out
then that grows.
I didn't say wipe out everybody. I just said wipe out the bad guys.
Well, yeah, but we did that. We did that in Iraq, right? We went in and we took out Hussein, and then
Yeah, but we didn't take out
he
his
was-
whole army, though.
Hmm.
We just took him out. And we acted
Yeah.
like it was a big accomplishment. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
what
but-
about all the other followers that he has?
Yeah, but we took him out and we tried to instill and create a democracy over there,
And
which we thought worked.
We don't know that we took him out, by the way, but conspiracy.
Yeah.
If you showed the picture, I might have known. Anyway, I digress.
Jesus.
Obama's a coward. Anyway.
So we take. I can't remember what.
Sorry. You talked about Obama, and I just lost it.
Democracy.
We tried to create a democracy, which we thought we were doing okay with, and then a vacuum was left because Hussein was gone, which he was a terrible person, no doubts about that. But that terrible person kind of kept people that were even more terrible in line a little bit. So with him gone, that kind of gave rise to the ISIS situation that we've been fighting for ever now.
Too long. We could have took him out.
Yeah,
A
no.
long
Well, I
time
mean,
ago.
we have. I mean, practically they're
The problem is
gone
ISIS.
now, but-
ISIS is more of a movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we've since Trump's been in office, we've pretty much eradicated all of their strongholds.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a movement. So I mean, you could take them out, and there could still be people even here in America who decide they're going to convert to ISIS.
Yeah, that's true.
So
It's an ideology,
yeah,
you know, like you said, it's a movement. But now there's not entire territories that they control because we've taken all that stuff back over.
yeah.
We've gotten rid of them in those areas. So
Okay.
on a lighter note, what was it called?
Town hall.
The equality town hall.
Oh God, have mercy.
I thought it was pretty entertaining from what I saw. Wish I had watched all 4 hours of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
it would have been funny to watch the
Yeah.
whole thing. I didn't watch the whole
That's
thing.
why I watched the debates. I think it's funny.
The only clip that I saw that was like funny was when the black trans LGBT
Michelle Obama.
Oh my God, he was so flawed for that.
Is that not what you thought when she came down there, or he came down there?
No, but
Big Mama?
Big Mama Michelle.
Yeah, Big Mama Michelle.
But yeah, that was like the only highlight of that. Well, there was a few, but
Where are the feminists?
who the hell
A
knows?
man just came down there and ripped out the mic from a woman, silenced her.
Mm-hmm.
Where you at?
She's a woman too.
No, he's not.
To them, yeah.
He's not a woman.
Well, to them, he
has a
she
penis.
To them,
He has a penis.
They've dug their own
they
grave.
dug their own grave.
Now
bro.
they gotta
What
lie.
do?
They can't go against themselves now.
Idiots.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing about. That's the funniest part about the whole thing
Yeah.
is now they've twisted all the terminology
Yeah.
and men are women and women are men, and now you have no differentiation between the two. So now, all a man has to do in order to shut a woman up is just say he's a woman,
Yeah.
and now they're equal.
You know, I was thinking about it today. I don't know why, but you could. I really don't know why. You could, like, let's say a guy
Where you going with this, man?
identifies as a woman, okay? And as a woman, he identifies as a man. He could technically still be in the transgender community, but he's just a guy. So like I could be a transgender woman transitioning into a man. Technically. We all could.
What?
I don't
What is
know.
wrong with you,
I don't know what the hell
man?
that means.
Think about it. If you're a man and you're
Okay.
transitioning into a woman, so you think you're a woman.
It doesn't work like that, man.
But
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you so
does.
far.
Here's,
I'm with you
here's-
so far.
Look, here's how it would look. I'm going to paint the picture for you. It would be me dressing up like a woman trying to be a man, but I'm actually still a man. So it would be like
you lost me again. I get that. Okay, the man transitioning to a woman. I get that. I'm
And
with
then-
you. I'm with you so far. Still doesn't
at
make
that
sense.
point, I am quote unquote a woman, right? Okay,
Okay.
in their eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh?
As a woman, I decide I'm going to transition into a man, but I'm not going to be a man. I'm going to be a dyke. Transitioning
I'm
woman.
done.
Technically, I'm just a man. Maybe I grow the hair out a little longer and I have the man boobs and stuff because I haven't got them chopped off yet.
Okay.
And I'm in the community.
Stop.
I'm in the community, but I'm not actually doing anything.
Dude, you are
So,
digging a
so,
hole right
so
now.
you have,
I'm just telling you what I thought of.
so
today.
you're a dude
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
has transitioned
to a woman.
to a woman.
yeah.
And that woman.
You've had your tallywhacker chopped.
No. Because you don't have to have your tallywhacker chopped
Okay.
to be a woman.
So you're a guy just dressing like a woman.
Yeah, that's what transgender is. You don't have to have it cut off. to be
So you're a
transgender.
drag queen.
No, because drag queens are still men. They still identify
Yeah.
as a man. They
But
just
if
dress
but
like
if you're
one.
a man who dresses like a woman, who then wants to identify as a man, you're back where you started. Now you're just
technically,
now
yes.
you're just a dude dressing up in a dress
Not a dress because I would
or
because
whatever.
it would
Skirt,
no
mini skirt,
no
halter top.
no
Okay.
because you
Yeah.
transition back into a man.
Yeah,
You're a
who
woman
is that?
transitioning into a
Yeah.
man at that point.
Yeah.
So you're really just dressing like a guy. You just look like a woman. And now you're inside of that circle. You're in the LGBTQIPPAYT community,
I don't get it.
and you're just a guy. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
You
why.
could probably pitch that to them, and they'd be all over.
Oh, they'd be like, "Of course, you could do that." Yeah.
you know
What is wrong with
you know what we
you,
should
man?
do?
I don't know.
We,
Stuff. I think
sometimes
of.
I wish we lived like more towards the big, like crazy LGBT areas.
we do.
Why?
We do. There's
Yeah.
one like there's one.
I mean,
right down
I
the
mean,
road.
I mean, I mean, ones that they have like these town halls and all this crap.
yeah. Well,
'Cause
it's
I-
coming.
Because it would be awesome for us three to go there and present a question like that and try to be serious about it and be like, look,
Hey.
I feel like this.
Maybe we could do that
But,
in
you know.
June. Down here where they're having their parade.
Dude, they actually got
It's
it.
like-
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not big on dressing up. I think we could do it with you. Because you're look. Because if you shave your baby face,
Nope. How does that make sense? Why wouldn't it be you? You already have the man tits.
dude, I do.
You already got the titties.
But I'm so masculine.
So I don't.
I'm so masculine that it's just never gonna work. They're
You're-
gonna know.
you're-
They're gonna know I'm trolling them.
Your tit-
You're very sensitive.
Your tits are so masculine.
These are called pecs. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should do it with you.
no,
Yeah.
and you got little ones. And actually,
those are
if you're a
pecs.
woman transitioning, no, if you're a transgender woman transitioning to a man, you should have small ones because you're gonna get them cut.
No.
Mine are too big. I mean,
No, because you gotta show that you're already in the woman's state of mind.
Zama,
So-
we should
so-
do you because
so
you're
physic-
black. They're not gonna pick on you. They're not gonna pick on you.
Oh my God! Could you imagine
dude.
a black transgender woman who thinks
Who's
that they're
transitioning back into a man.
Dude, you'd be at like the top of the what's it
You could
called?
literally walk and punch anyone in the face you wanted to, and they'd do nothing about it.
That's true. You
The
punch,
cops would be like, "Oh, don't touch
you
him."
punch a baby in the face.
I think there's something wrong with you out there.
We'll be there for
You
you.
could- you
we'll,
could-
we'll be there with the camera.
You know what you could do if you did that? you know what you could do? You get away with anything. You could walk up.
You could.
You could walk up to an elderly lady in a wheelchair
Hold on, Mike.
and
Hold on, Mike.
And too far.
and beat her in the face with a newborn baby, and they'd be like, you know what? He's had a rough life.
Yeah. He's been oppressed.
He has the right to do that.
Oh my God. Yo, my brain hurt.
So,
But did you see I think one of my favorites was Booker, because I just love to watch his face when the guy talks about the mass shooting in Florida of the gay bar or whatever.
yeah.
And he he's putting all the details about it out there, and Booker's got his face just so serious. Looks like he's about to cry, like shed a couple tears. Because I think Booker's actually secretly gay.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I really do think that he's definitely been on that side.
I thought he was the gay one, but then someone told me Pete was the gay one.
Pete is definitely gay.
Yeah.
He's married to a man, but I think Booker has definitely taken a few. Seriously.
I think he's experimented in college.
I think he experiments regularly. Okay? And then his face, man, is just so awful. And I can't even remember what he said now, but it was just my favorite. I laughed so hard.
Well,
Wish I had the clip, but I don't.
what got me the most?
Bring the iPad next time.
We didn't even tell me. We're gonna want that clip.
The person that got me the most was Beto.
Yeah.
The church comment.
Yeah. He said,
Ooh, I wanted.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Oh,
well, he has no chance in hell of winning.
dude.
None. Not now. I mean,
No.
with the AR-15
Never.
and now this.
Never ever have I wanted to punch somebody so much. I think he's the devil in like real life. I think
A lot of people, when he first started, said that he was a white Obama. I'm starting to see it now.
he's the devil. I think, in my opinion.
That's what I just said. It's a white Obama.
Right.
Did you not hear me?
Dude, you're on a roll today. What's wrong with you?
And then Jay-
Beto could be a white man, a transgender black man who's transitioning into a white man.
But he could be trans race as well, because he's
what I
transitioning
just
into
said.
Hispanic.
That's what I said.
But he is white.
I said he's.
Oh, he's transitioning into white. He's a Mexican that's transitioning into white.
No, he's a transgender. He's a black transgendered guy that's transitioning back to being white.
But his name is Beto. That's not a black man's name.
Ain't no black man
He's gonna change it.
Okay. Did you see Joe Biden try to kiss Allison Cooper?
No, I didn't see that.
Wait, what?
Well, he didn't, but he was just.
Yeah.
He said that Obama. Well, here, speaking of Obama and how great he is, so Joe Biden said, I can't remember, man. There was something he was saying that they won or they did something, and Obama came up to him and kissed him. And when he's like, I kid you not, he did this, and he ran up to Allison Cooper and like acted like he was gonna kiss him, but he didn't really kiss him. I was like, man, first of all, that's showing your homophobia there. Like, if you weren't homophobic, you would have just kissed him. He's a gay man, he'd be totally fine.
Right.
How do you know?
Allison Cooper is gay.
Yeah, but right.
Did you say Allison Cooper?
I mean, Anderson Cooper.
That's what I said.
That's how much I care about that
Allison
guy.
Cooper.
He's gay, so he's
Yeah,
probably-
but that's a little sorry. He needs permission first, right?
I think that's only if it's a woman.
What? What did you say?
He said he needs permission first. So I think it's only if you're a woman. I don't think that counts for gay guys.
There's no consent in the gay community.
No. Taking whatever they can get.
Oh my god.
Wow. This is a rough one.
It's fun when you have a podcast no one listens to.
Yeah, right.
You say whatever you want.
say-
Until 20 years down the road, you're like running for mayor or something. They're like, hey, what was this?
You say gay guys could just be.
I apologize for my statements. I did not mean what I said about blackface. It's a terrible thing.
Oh my god.
He would do the we could just after this we could just do an apology video like
Yeah.
Michael Scott does
And have it stuck
for
back.
the watermark.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I will not be resigning. You will have to carry me out of this building with a dead, lifeless body.
You know what I don't understand is
You have 24 hours. They always give an ultimatum.
why are we trying to celebrate somebody's sexuality? Why?
I don't know. I want to celebrate mine.
It's pandering.
Just, I don't get, like, what's the big deal? You gay. Okay?
Because that's not enough.
Don't make it holiday.
That rhymed.
Come on now.
Well. What?
What were you gonna say? You said well.
Black people are good at rhyming.
Oh, and we took
You guys
that turn.
have to-
And we took that turn. We're going all over the place with this.
You guys have to get better at my inside jokes. You should be able to tell my jokes without me saying them.
Oh.
God.
I always wanted to be part of one someday.
Well, now you are.
That's true.
But no, they
Yeah.
need more than that. It's not just about being gay. It's about making everyone love the fact that you're gay or trans.
Okay,
Or whatever.
you want to take it up, so what? Just do what you gotta do. Just don't.
They don't, but that's not what they want. They want you to like it and teach your kids that it's good.
You want to force it down your throat? No pun intended.
The moment that he said that, like, oh, that they're gonna take away all of the church tax things just for them 9 seconds, I'm like,
I really don't think he's running seriously anymore. Like, there's
Dude,
no way he
he
thinks.
can't.
He's just
There's
saying
no
random
way.
shit.
Yeah, I think he's just trolling at this point. I mean, from the AKs, the AR-15 statement on, I think he's just like, I'm not gonna win anyway.
No.
Just have fun.
It's gonna
I
have fun and waste my money.
Probably not his money.
He kind of has to be trolling, though, right? Because there's no way that he could be saying this many stupid things, dude.
I don't know. He probably believes a lot of what he says.
Dude,
He's an idiot. Just
He's
like
like a
the rest of
young
them, so-
Bernie, kind of.
dude, he's worse than that.
with better balance.
And a better heart.
That's true.
I didn't
he-
mean
he
his
put- he-
physical
he-
heart.
He pulled through.
I didn't mean his
pulled
What
physical.
do you mean by that?
I meant his heart like compassion, not his physical heart and his arteries.
Bullshit.
You take it how you want to take it. That is not what I meant.
Bye.
He pulled through.
Now, Mike means it that way.
I'm just saying.
He did.
He made it.
He did a good job.
He made it.
And I'm glad. I don't want anything to happen to him.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be president, though.
No, I don't want anything to happen
Yeah.
to him either. But
Now, how many Big Macs did Hillary feed him to get him there?
force fed him.
Set him, tied him down in a chair. Bernie.
Oh my god.
Wonder if he used that. I wonder if he used some universal health care for that.
No,
He'd still be on the waiting list.
he probably paid cash. He's got so much money.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
It's
Warren better
ironic,
watch
yeah.
out because now she's leading.
Yeah, she is.
Her beer's gonna get spiked.
Yeah. She'll be dead and never mind.
What?
She'll be suicide.
What is wrong with you?
Suicided.
She
And-
doesn't need to be suicided. She just
Yeah.
needs to be in the hospital for a little while so that Hillary
Yeah.
can sneak in.
And
She tried it
Wouldn't
with
be
Bernie, but
suicided.
Bernie's like, I'm pulling through.
she's like, damn it.
Healthcare is a human right.
He sounded just like him.
I know.
You forgot the finger wag though.
Yeah.
You
I,
gotta do this.
in my spare time, that's what I work on.
Like,
So-
I'm surprised that like you didn't bring up. Go ahead. Go
What?
ahead. Because mine doesn't.
way
involve
to
that.
stop in the middle of a sentence.
Because mine involve like the whole China thing. So yeah,
The whole what?
China thing.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
supposed-
yeah.
yeah.
So Elizabeth Warren, I saw where she did that. Somebody asked her that question about
The transgender, the transgender kid.
no the traditional marriage, and they said
Oh, yeah.
what do you say about people that say that they believe in traditional marriage between one man and one woman? She's like, oh well, I'm assuming a man said that, so just marry one woman. I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
If
because
you can find one.
there's no conservative women out there. They don't exist.
And that little remark that she made afterwards. Assuming you can find one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cringe.
Yeah, she's
But then did you see
She's
the little?
awful.
Did you see the little kid that was being abused?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was terrible.
I don't know. She after the kids said, how old was he?
11
I don't know.
11.
He, she. I don't know what it was.
I think it was a she. But
She.
it
Yeah.
identified
11.
as a he.
11
Like,
years
I'm a
old.
transgender
and she, yeah.
boy, and everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah. She's like,
woo!"
yeah.
Like, what the hell?
So proud.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
But not only her, but the audience. It was like,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I know.
the people that go to equality
I wonder what
LGBT
you-
town hall. Who the hell do you think's going there?
Like, in all seriousness, I wonder what it takes to actually get in one of them. Like, how much money does it cost to get in?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that would make
I'm
us
sure they got-
that would make us YouTube famous.
Right. That would be awesome. That's what I meant earlier.
Yeah.
If they had those around where we live, that would be awesome. We should all go and just like pose questions that are so outrageous. See how outrageous of a question we can ask and still have them take us
Dude,
seriously.
what if I got up there in front of Elizabeth Warren and I was like, "How you doing, Elizabeth?
Big fan.
I'm a huge fan. I'm actually I'm a transgender woman that's transitioning into a male. And I was just wondering what you're going to do to help me when you become president and get rid of this god-awful piece of junk that we have in office right now.
She'd be like, "Oh,
Also,
I'm so proud of you."
also, I'm looking to have my tits removed. So I'm really looking for the money. I don't have health care, obviously.
Would your healthcare plan pay for my tit removal? Can you answer that, Mr. Warren, please?
Dude,
Please.
we would be YouTube famous.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Dude,
I wish we had those around here.
Dude, I would be.
That'd be great.
I want to see
But you
that
have to
live.
keep a straight face. Like, you can't laugh because then they're going to know.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be
You
serious.
just have to rehearse it.
And I don't know if I could do it. I'd probably break out.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
I definitely can't do it.
I don't know if I could do it. Like, I would. You guys definitely couldn't be around me when I did it. Because if I saw one of you, I would just break out laughing.
We should have sit behind you.
Nizam, I would need you to be my partner.
Like life partner. Life partner.
Well, I mean, if that makes us a gay couple because I'm a woman transitioning back into a man.
You should get together and do that and try to make like the most outrageous romantic relationship that you can.
But I think Nizama
Yeah,
should be a drag queen because that just adds to it.
You guys walk up to the bike holding hands. Be like the weirdest thing ever to see.
I ain't wearing no dress. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's wearing a dress. I'm
I ain't
dressed as
wearing
like,
no
I'm
dress.
dressed as just a butch, just a dude.
That'd be
But
awesome.
like I shave my face and I have like a few little ones coming through. I leave a few little ones.
You gotta shake because you gotta. Oh, and you're not just a transgender woman transitioning into a man. You're also on testosterone
Yeah, hormone therapy.
hormone therapy.
Yeah.
But you're taking you're taking testosterone and estrogen at the same time. Like, I just want to make sure it works. I'm gonna hit it from both angles.
I don't know what this has turned into.
I'm gonna let nature take it. I'm gonna let nature take its course.
I'm pretty sure that we
Whichever parts I grow the fastest and the biggest.
Obviously,
I'm just
that's
gonna
what I
go
was
with
meant
that.
to be.
I'm just gonna go with that.
This have gone so far.
Oh, that's funny. All right, you had something about China. I'm sure it's not as funny.
No, we good. No, we gonna end it with this. Trust me. Yeah, we good.
Well, we started talking about the Chelsea Handler movie.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn! I didn't think about that. Holy shit. Okay, I completely forgot.
Yeah, I definitely didn't watch that for no reason. So
Okay. For those of you who might not know, Netflix has this god awful Chelsea Handler documentary pile of shit, and
what's it called, Mike?
it's called Hello Privilege. It's me, Chelsea. And if you don't know who Chelsea Handler is, don't worry, because she fucking sucks. She is very unfunny, and she's just, she's so cringeworthy in this.
Yeah,
So, if you don't know what the privilege means, in the title it's white privilege, the made-up term that the left loves. So it's her going through all these different areas of the country, and she's trying to understand her white privilege and what she can do to be a better white person to people of color. No joke. That's the actual line from part of the thing that she says in there, and it's ridiculous. The funniest part or one of the funniest parts that I thought was when she was going to all these places, and she would get there and she'd be like, she'd have like the camera crew and everybody, and she'd be like, yeah, I just want to see what I can do, to make people of color more comfortable or be better off. And everybody's like doesn't want her there.
Yeah, like you can't do anything.
So you can't doing a documentary is not gonna be enough. And she's just like sitting there like.
I was waiting for one of them to ask for money.
Yeah, me too.
In which case she should hand it over.
Yeah.
The thing is, there are plenty of successful black people.
Yeah.
Who don't believe in that crap.
There's a lot of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot more than get credit.
Exactly. You just work your ass off and that's it.
Yeah.
And if you have to work harder than somebody else, so what? Who cares?
Yeah. And
if you want it bad enough, you're just gonna work for it.
And like me and you were discussing, luck is actually a big part.
Yeah, luck is a big part.
Because you can work your butt off and still stay at the same job for the rest of your life. You're a good worker. Yeah. You do everything right, but things just don't line up for you. It's just bad luck. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with race. It's just the way it happens.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that the if you have more money, you have more and more advances. But
of course.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. So, yeah.
Yeah, but statistically, there's a lot more white people that have a lot less money than there are black people that have a lot less money.
Yeah, there's a lot of white people that don't have money.
So it has nothing to do with the color of your skin.
Now, as far as getting a job, I think, maybe 60, 70 years ago, maybe people wouldn't hire you because you're black. Actually, they wouldn't hire you because you're black.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I think they actually hire you because you're black in a lot of cases. They have a lot of people have certain minority rates they have to hit.
Yeah. Well,
especially government
It's the
jobs.
same thing with what's it called? Affirmative action.
Yeah.
In colleges and stuff. Mm-hmm. They have to admit so many of black people. I don't know if they have like Hispanic ones too, but
it's definitely no white.
Yeah. No white, no Asian.
I know, which is crazy. Like
they're like pushing Asians away.
Exactly.
Like, we don't need you.
It's like, and that's crazy. Like, so you're pushing them away because there's too many of them. They're too smart. Like, what the?
They're too smart.
How's that okay though?
I don't agree with affirmative action at all.
No, I don't either.
Jesus.
I think it should be.
I don't agree with college though. So.
It should be on. Everything should be on merit and
your
ability.
It's a waste of money.
It is a waste of money. Coming from the three guys who are trying to do this.
Right.
But like you said, you get what you put in.
Yeah.
Like merit, like what you do. Like if you want something, like if you want to go to like college, I'm pretty sure if you have like a high enough test score and like actually have good grades, black or white, you're gonna get in. That's just me though. Call me foolish. I don't know.
And if you don't have high enough scores, maybe you're not meant to do that. Like obviously, I'm not meant to be a doctor or a lawyer. Thank God. There would be a lot of people in jail, and there would be a lot of people dead.
So like part of one part of the documentary, she was talking about her boyfriend that she had in school or whatever.
Yeah, she was 16. She got pregnant twice and had an abortion. And was forced to have an abortion twice.
Yeah,
that's why she's so screwed up in the head. I'm serious.
Probably.
If she was forced to have an abortion at 16 years old, you can only imagine that's probably why she's so screwed up.
Yeah. Well, when she was talking about him, she was talking about how they got pulled over and he had drugs or something. And she, first of all, she said, I told on him. Yeah. I was like, what a bitch. And then she was like, yeah, he was just trying to provide for his family,
Yeah, I saw that.
Like selling drugs he was just trying to provide for his family, which there's other ways of doing that.
Well, look, this is what she said, because I wrote that down actually. You were just trying to provide. It was okay before you started using. So it's okay to sell the heroin, but it's not okay to use the heroin.
That's when you went downhill. That's when it took a turn.
It's okay to feed everyone else's addiction, as long as you don't do it.
And right, so I didn't when I was younger. I didn't have to support anything. Like when I was a kid,
No.
So the money that I made when I started working on when I was legally able to,
Spent on-
14 years old.
Spent on heroin.
So yeah,
You want me to tell you
Yeah.
something?
I sold it. I didn't use it.
That's good. You
Yeah.
didn't cross the line.
So it's okay.
See,
But I know there's a lot of people that have to like provide for other people when they're younger.
yeah,
Like
me,
you. Yeah.
my brother.
So yeah,
And
your brother.
we didn't sell drugs. We just worked.
And now your sister too, right? You've
Yeah.
provided for her. You didn't sell drugs, right?
No, we just
Never.
worked.
You work.
It wasn't a lot,
You get it- you get it-
easier
you
to
get
sell
it-
drugs.
Yeah, we have made more money too. I think.
Just don't use. Just don't use it.
You're a pretty tall guy too. I mean,
That's when it goes downhill when you start using it.
yeah, don't use it.
I think that's what. I think it's how the laws are written too. If you get pulled over by a cop, or if you're doing a drug deal and a cop rolls up and he tries to arrest you, you're just like, hey, whoa, I was just selling it.
I'm not using it.
I didn't use it.
Yeah. Well, it's a separate charge for distribution.
Oh, I didn't know you could get in trouble at all.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just kidding. I'm playing off Chelsea's words here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have to sell drugs to provide for
No.
your family.
Just work a job.
Work a job, work 2, work 3, work 4 jobs.
Yeah.
Well, and that was her thing. She's like, well, he got caught with weed. He couldn't get a job. Well, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Like, this is not a black or white. He was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. He got in trouble for it. And now he's paying the consequences for it.
Yeah, yep.
And he kind of even admits that. And she doesn't want to hear it. He's like, well, it was nobody's fault of my own that I did the armed robbery. And then she's like, yeah, but you were just trying to provide. No, not when you did the armed robbery.
Right.
And he's kind of like, no, I mean, I can't blame anyone but myself. And she's like, yeah, but you were oppressed.
It's the system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the system beating you down.
It's like-
He's
it's
like,
like-
no, I really just, I did.
Shut
I
up,
would've never
bitch. I'm trying to take responsibility.
She's like, but you're a black man. He's like, I know, but I did have a gun and armed robbery. Yeah. So I wrote down a few things. In the beginning, when the guy was on stage in that little comedy, well, I call it a comedy club, but I think they were just doing poetry or something.
It's the poetry club.
It seemed
Sorry.
funny.
Dude.
It seemed funny.
That hair was not it, man.
Yeah. Well,
That
when he's-
effort was not it.
When he says, we don't know our ancestry. We don't
Yeah.
know more than 100 years back. Let me tell you
No,
something.
that was not her. That said that was the first girl who was.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
That was in the club, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It wasn't her. It was some black girl that was on, or it was a guy. I don't know.
You mean with Kevin Hart in there?
No.
It was Tiffany Haddish who has said that, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
When
Anyway.
her and Kevin Hart are sitting
Yeah.
there.
Okay, yeah. So it was her then, not the comedy club.
I know it's not very memorable.
But it struck me because I don't know past like my great grandparents, and I'm white.
Yeah.
So that's not a logical point at all. And I wish I knew my ancestry, and I've tried to do Ancestry.com, which is a real pain, and I can't figure it out. I'm gonna have to send DNA in so I can figure out what the hell is in me. So the struggle's real, okay,
Ew, gross.
for everyone. Blood sample, Mike, blood sample,
Oh, okay.
or maybe I think they do spit.
Yeah, yeah. They do.
I think we
whole
should all
swab
do it,
thing.
but you won't do it because you're scared of the government.
It's expensive
I
though,
don't
man.
know.
It's like $100.
Yeah, I know where I'm from.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say it's not as exciting for you
yeah.
because you're just from Haiti,
Yeah.
but for me, I could be from like
That's
Germany and Israel. I mean, who knows?
That was really inconsiderate.
No, he is from Haiti.
I mean, I am.
You're just from Haiti. You're
He
just
knows.
from Haiti.
He knows. See, that's a good
Yeah.
example. He knows his ancestry, and I don't.
just
Yeah.
from the Caribbean, man. So yeah, I know where I'm from.
And I'm guessing before that it was probably Africa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're good. You really don't need to have the test. Me and Mike probably do.
I mean, I might have like
You
5%
might-
white in me out.
Oh, I would love it if you had some white in you.
It sounds-
It sounds- some of these comments are really nasty sounding.
What? I would love if I had some black in me, but I don't think I do.
Ew. God.
Oh, you're thinking of it that way. Oh, that's a dirty mind you got there.
Jesus Christ.
That's a dirty mind.
We might be African. You don't know.
I would love to know.
We might be South African.
I do know I have more Indian in me than Elizabeth Warren. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I do too.
Because my great great grandmother was full Indian. I think I have enough in me that I could actually go live on the.
I don't think
Doubt
so.
I think so. It's
I doubt
like
it.
You gotta be 1/16.
Yeah.
I'm more than that. I'm like
You can't be 1/16.
No.
Your great grandmother was
Yeah.
full Indian.
My
or full Native American. There's no way.
no. My great grandmother, because my grandmother is half Indian, 50-50, which makes
Okay.
my mom a quarter Indian, which makes
No,
me.
no, that's not how it works.
Why does it not work like
Because
that?
you got to take into consideration the DNA of
Yeah.
your grandfather, and your great grandfather,
Yeah.
and your
Well,
mother and father.
and that's why I want to get the test done, because I think I am more than 60.
doesn't work that way. Well, my great grandmother was full Indian, so my grandmother's half.
Yeah.
My mom's a quarter. That makes me an 8.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It doesn't work like that. It takes 2 people to make a person.
But my great grandmother and my great grandfather were both Indian, so I got a little blood from that too.
Just give it up, man.
Anyway, and then I heard someone mention modern day slavery, which I completely disagree with.
Yep. Nope.
I think
Yeah.
that you're ignorant for saying that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that black people should be really offended by that.
Mm-hmm. Who's the one that said it?
I don't know.
Did she say it?
I don't know.
No.
Do you know?
I think it was
I don't
the.
know.
I think it was
I
the.
was toned down like
I
that.
think it was the people where she was standing outside of that town hall thing. That pissed me off too. About like, was it
The
Los Angeles?
Oktoberfest.
No,
Oh.
no. The remember when they went to that? It was like a council or a town hall or something. LAPD.
Oh
maybe.
yeah.
And she was just like talking about how like corrupt and the
Yeah,
cops
they
are
don't
just
want
out
us
killing
here
people.
and this that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Chelsea Handler kept saying that it's because everything's because of her white privilege, I started to wonder: is it your white privilege or your feminist privilege?
Hmm.
I think that
Probably
she
more of
probably
that.
got more where she got because she's a woman more than because she's white.
Yeah.
Because a lot of black
She's
people.
a woman with a really foul mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, real
And at a time, and she was when she was coming up, and she was doing stand up. There wasn't a whole lot of women with, mouths like that doing stand up comedy.
And my last point was
there's
the
that one girl.
Oktoberfest.
That whatever her name is.
There's another one.
Amy
that's-
Schumer.
The one who that woman's not funny at all.
She's gross.
No,
She's
she's not.
disgusting.
Amy Schumer is the grossest woman.
Dude,
She's
how
not
could
funny.
any guy get with that?
They do. She talks about how she has sex all the time.
Have
She must do some wild
seen,
stuff because I just can't see it.
Her face is just.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Have you seen? I forget what it was called. You know who? What's his name? Greg Gutfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to have a show called Red Eye, I think, like long before the Five and all that stuff. There was an episode of that where Amy Schumer and Steven Crowder were on
Crowder.
together. You
Yeah,
saw
I've
that?
seen that,
Seen
yeah.
that? Have you seen that?
No.
I'll have to send
And
you that.
she talks about him waiting till he's married to have sex or whatever.
Yeah, and she's like just like shitting all over him.
Yeah.
And he's just making her look stupid.
Yeah. But the Oktoberfest was kind of offensive, man. I gotta
Yeah.
say. Like, she's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm about to go here and see a bunch of racist white supremacists. I'm like, what the heck?
You're right.
And then the one guy, the only guy that made sense in the whole video, he's like, what did he say? He said, voting is not a human right. It's a
Yeah, he said voting's not a right, it's a privilege. And she said it's a right. No, it's
it's
not.
a privilege.
I think he might have even said something about like, if you commit a crime, like, or if you go to prison, you forfeited a lot of your rights. I don't think that convicts should be able to vote.
Yeah. But the greatest part of this whole film was at the Oktoberfest, there was a guy wearing a shirt that I have.
Yeah.
Really?
And she looked at the shirt and she's like, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, yes. That's my
saw
shirt.
it.
Which one?
It was like the.
Oh, the flag one. Is it the flag one?
Yeah, the one was like
Stomp on
family,
your flag.
guns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's like family, guns, faith will never be taken away or something like that. And it says like 9 lives on it.
Yeah.
It's that black shirt I wear sometimes. Made me feel good.
I saw the one too. Or wasn't there another one where a guy was wearing it said, "Stomp on my flag, I stomp on your ass," or something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
so.
And she looked at it. She was like,
Yeah.
"It's like stupid bitch."
Yeah.
Back to the voting is like a right thing. Like, if somebody comes here for example, like if one of my family members come here from those Caribbeans and is on like a visa, not like a citizen here at all,
They can't vote.
why should he have the right to vote if it's not even
No.
like?
He doesn't.
It shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. If that were the case, people would be traveling to countries right around election
Exactly.
time just to vote.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you could influence other countries' governments.
I think that's the problem with the left. They're really
some-
tied up on like
yeah.
what is a right and what is not a right.
Yeah.
Like marriage is not a right. People think it's a right. It's a
Yeah.
human right. It's not actually a right. It's a privilege. You can't get married in jail. And really, if you look at the definition of marriage, which we're not going to get into this because we're running low on
But
time.
you can't get married in jail, can you?
I don't think so.
Pretty sure you can.
You can get married in jail?
Yeah, if it's as long as you have a person there to say, well, yeah, you can.
Wow.
Charles Manson was married in jail like
Yeah.
2 or 3 times now.
Oh, that's terrible. They shouldn't be allowed to get married in jail. Anyway, I don't know. Marriage is between a man and a woman. That's the definition.
No, I agree. That it should be.
Yeah.
But
This
Well,
document
think about it.
was
If you're under 18, you don't have the right to get married, unless you have consent, I guess. But even then, I think consent is 16. So even
Yeah.
before 16, you can't get married. You don't have the right to
Mhm.
get married. So do you not get those human rights until you're 16?
This document was stupid.
It was done. Thanks, Mike. It was a waste of time.
it was funny though. Just
Yeah, it was
to
funny.
watch it. It was like the dumbest
It was dumb.
thing I ever watched in my entire
And
life.
now we gave them 3 views. That's
That's true.
2 less than we have.
You can't
On this
vote or you can't rate things on Netflix anymore, can you?
Nope.
I was gonna say
Obama took that away.
We just all downvote it.
And seriously, more and more of this garbage has been coming up since Obama got in bed with Netflix.
Well, yeah. Well, you know the next one we should watch?
No, I don't.
No,
Don't think I want
No.
to.
Really?
no.
I know there's a Ruth Ginsburg one. I think.
There's one called
Yeah. It's,
there's one called Bring Down the House or Tear Down the House or something.
I've heard that.
That's the AOC one.
ugh.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
I can't
So-
lose too many brain cells, man. Stop.
Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you got anything you want us to talk about, you can either leave the comment or send us a email, cafediscopodcast@gmail.com. See ya.
Deuces.